We're here with the latest news. Don't forget to like the video before you move on to the news. The operational update regarding the hashtag Russian_invasion on 06.00, on September 25, 2022. Glory to Ukraine. The 214th, 214, day of the heroic resistance of the Ukrainian people to a Russian military large-scale invasion continues. The enemy continues to focus its efforts on attempts to fully occupy the Donetsk oblast and hold the captured territories, as well as disrupt the active actions of the defense forces in certain areas. Fires at the positions of our troops along the contact line, conducts aerial reconnaissance and tries to restore lost positions in certain directions. The enemy continues to cynically attack civilian infrastructure and civilian homes. There remains the threat of the enemy launching air and missile strikes on the entire territory of Ukraine. Over the past 24 hours, the Russian invaders have launched 7 missile and 22 air strikes, fired more than 67 rounds of anti-aircraft missiles at military and civilian targets on the territory of Ukraine, violating the norms of international humanitarian law, the laws and customs of warfare. More than 35 settlements were affected by enemy strikes. Among them are Zaporizhzhia, Okhakiv, Mykolaiv, Myrolyabivka, New York, Bilohorivka, Krasnohoivka, Pavlivka, and Maersk. The situation in the Volyn and Polisia directions has not changed significantly. In other directions, the enemy continues shelling from tanks, mortars, and barrel artillery, namely in the Seversky direction, in the areas of the settlements of Huda-Studnitska of the Chernihiv Oblast and Bakivsk of the Sumy Oblast. In the Slobozhenskaya direction, in the areas of the settlements of Strelecha, Huryiv Kozakik, Dvorikny, Kupyansk, and Kuchaivka. In the Kramatorsk direction, Slovyansk, Korovy Yar, Bohorodichny, Yarova, and Uzern. In the Bakhmut direction, Soldar, Bakhmut, Bakhmutsk, Opytny, Yakovlivka, Nalipovka, Yuryivka, Bilohorivka, Rozdolivka. In the Avdiivka direction, Avdiivka, Vodiana, Maryanka, and Paraskovivka. More than 20 settlements came under shelling from tanks, mortars, and barrel artillery in the Novopavlovsk and Zaporizhzhia directions. In particular, Mikilsk, Voledar, Kurdyumivka, Prichistivka, Shevchenko, Bilohyraya, Tamarivka, Vermivka and Olhivsk. More than 25 settlements along the contact line were damaged by fire in the South But direction. In order to carry out reconnaissance, adjust fire, and launch strikes on civilian infrastructure objects, the enemy made more than 30 flues of UAVs. In connection with the partial mobilization announced by the military political leadership, the Russian command in the temporarily occupied territories is trying to limit the rights of servicemen of the armed forces of the Russian Federation who have signed short-term contracts. In the units of the occupiers in the Zaporizhzhia direction, it was announced that the term of the contract does not matter, and the time of stay in the combat zone from now on depends on the decision of the command. In addition, partial mobilization is called the reason for the delay of vacations and cash payments, which already leads to a significant deterioration of the morale and psychological state in the enemy's units. During the day, units of the defense forces of Ukraine repelled enemy attacks in the areas of the settlements of Soldar, Vyimka, Kurdyumivka, Zaitsev, Novomikhailivka, and Pervomisk. Aviation of the defense forces carried out 26 strikes. It was confirmed that 20 areas of concentration of manpower and military equipment of the enemy and 6 positions of anti-aircraft missile systems were hit. Missile troops and artillery hit, in particular, 5 control points, 13 areas of concentration of enemy manpower and equipment, 3 positions of anti-aircraft missile complexes, 3 systems of missile troops and artillery, among them Hurricane, and 2 warehouses with ammunition. Losses are being clarified. We believe in the armed forces. Together we will win. Glory to Ukraine. Let's keep our weapons strong. We believe in victory. We believe in the armed forces. Glory to Ukraine. Don't forget to like the video before you move on to the news.